Okay, there are two terms which we say is the course outcome and the program outcome which are there. Now let's say what exactly we mean by a program is, let's say you're doing BTech computer science engineering. That's a program which is there. What sort of outcome will be there once I do that particular program? That's what we say is the program outcome there. Now to attain those sort of outcome, I have to think about what sort of courses I have to go through. So this is what we say. We say these are what we say the short definition of a COs and a POs. Program outcomes are the type of a knowledge, skills, and the attitude I will have at the time of the graduation there. Let's say, how do you take a student? He is a raw student who would have done 10th in case he is done to come for diploma. In case he is to do the engineering, maybe he is to come for the after plus two, do say, appear for some testing yourself for chemistry, physics, and maths, and then you're eligible. You say, yeah, we have got, I can enter into this particular system now. Then you've gone through some of the courses there. So by this, what exactly you are getting out of this? You get some knowledge, you get some skills, and with the knowledge and skill, there's sort of attitudinal changes which happens to you. So that means at the time of a graduation, what sort of a knowledge and skill I must acquire? What should be attitude as towards work, towards ethics I have got? This is what I have to take it as a program outcome. Okay, the moment I go for a program, I must get some skills. How do you get this sort of skills? Is through your courses there. That means once I had defined a program outcome, I must think about what sort of course outcome will be there. What sort of courses will be there. Let's say in case my program outcome is you should get a good programming skill. So what sort of courses I must teach you? Maybe in related to computer science, I must teach you some programming language. Maybe I teach you Python, I teach you C++, I teach you C. Then let's say if I want you to have a programming knowledge and skill there, then is it all the languages I have to teach you? Then maybe it is not feasible. Then what I have to think about is how exactly you program over there. Maybe what I have to teach you, how exactly you make the algorithm. So that means in case my program outcome was to teach you programming languages, I had to teach you one algorithm course and mere 2 or 3 programming courses there. So that means corresponding to one program outcome, I had to think about these 3 courses which I had to teach you. And each of these courses will have the outcome there. What we have got is we have got a course outcomes there. Okay, let's say the moment I say algorithm course, what I expect from you is you should be able to design some of the algorithm over there. That is the outcome which I expect. Maybe others is you should know what sort of structures are there for the algorithm there. So that means again this is the knowledge and skill that are attained by the graduate in a particular course. That means one we are talking about the program, other is we can talk about a course there, and it can be a part of the program outcome there. This is what we have to see, okay, how exactly your knowledge and skills are to acquired for the program as well as the courses that are there. Now, what exactly Dr. Meenakshi might have talked to you, how exactly you map them. Okay, this is the one of the major tasks as far as the curriculum design is concerned. Okay, how exactly you will map this particular things with the POs there. We call it as a COPO matrix also, or COPO mapping there. We mean by a curriculum is a assessment and evaluation are the tools by which program outcomes are attained. Whatever program I have thought of, I'll attain. Maybe this I attain with the curriculum, assessment, and the evaluation. These are 3 tools through which we try to do it. And what we have to do is we have to design them well. The moment I say a curriculum is there, maybe 20 years back, the moment I used to say curriculum, we used to say this is a course, this is a content which has to be taught. Now later on, again, there was a lot of iteration which happened there, and people thought, okay, once I say curriculum, I must define what sort of a lecture will be there, what sort of tutorial will be there, what sort of practical will be there. We used to start calling it the LTP. That means must define how exactly this particular curriculum will be delivered there. For each of the course, I think about that. Okay, then next, what we try to think of is okay, how exactly we'll be evaluating them. Let's say you think of a curriculum, okay, it has got a subjects, and each of the course that has got some outcome. This is what we talked about. And the moment I got the outcome for a course, I had to attain it. That way, how this is how assessment will be there. How exactly, what sort of tools are there through which I assess a curriculum? Maybe you got your own assessment tools there. Maybe all of you are evaluating the students there. Now, what sort of a tools you use for assessing the students? Can you put in your chat window? My question is, you got a curriculum and you wanted to assess the students. Presently, you also delivering a curriculum there, maybe in your BTech or MBA or a law or some of the other courses which are there. There are courses there. How exactly you assess them? What sort of tools you have got? Can you just type it out on the chat window there? Okay, what are the tools which you're using for assessing the student at your evaluation level there? Yes, quickly, can you just type out? Okay, what sort of a tools you use for evaluating the students there? Pushkar Tripathi says class test and semester and quiz. These are the three tools they use. And Sandeep Kaur says MST. That's the only tool you use, Sandeep. And Dinesh says some minor project which they try to give to the student. So what we got is Anurag says assignment, presentation, and a quiz. Yes, Sudhir says some PPTs they give, and Nirbhay says some case studies they give. Maybe is it? My next question is it all the tools are required for every course? Maybe some of you can answer that also. Is it all the tool you do? Because let's say you have talked to you talked about 10, 12 tools, class test, and term test, and others. Yes. No, that means maybe some of you are saying, okay, no, we are not using all the tools for all the courses. That's very interesting. Okay, then how do you decide which tool is to be used for which course? Can you think about this? Okay, what are the tools which you would imply for which course? That means somebody must define this at the time of the curriculum only. Okay, what is the tool which one would like to employ for this particular course is there? Now, is it, can I leave it to the concerned teacher, okay, how this course will be evaluated, or while designing the curriculum, I must think of? Gupta Parveen says tutorial is just a discussion or tutorial question can also be included in the quiz. Yes, that's another way you take our quiz tutorials. Okay, in tutorial, you want to know whether he is understood from the session or not. Give him 10 questions out of that as a quiz and let him solve it. That means what we expect is, in case I delivered a talk, let there be a 10 minutes a quiz there where I give 10 questions, and from the 10 question I evaluate, then based on that I pitch my next session there. So that means what we have understood is after looking at your answers, okay, you gave me number for tools. Then all of you agree all the tools are not required for all the courses. That means what we need is there is some courses for which some of the tools are required, not all the tools. Maybe I would like to know from you. We have got a student from engineering, participant from the engineering, law, and management. These three course type of courses. What sort of tools you use it for evaluating the students? Maybe somebody was there from a law also. In case of a law, what sort of tools you use there? In case of engineering, what sort of tools you use? Take an example of a particular subject and say we management also. Maybe we don't want to say something. Can we find out in a law how exactly you evaluate the students for a particular course?
Only the examination criteria and presentation we have just analyzed there, sir.
Either you have to have the presentation and
Presentation, moot courts.
move course. Yes, that's an interesting case. You have got a move course through which you evaluate the students there.
Yes, sir.
Right, that's good. Maybe somebody from Suman, Dr. Suman, you can unmute yourself. Dr. Suman, Suman Kumari, I think I could see your face. Yes, Dr. Dinesh Tripathi says, okay, for the engineering student, the basic sciences courses. Yes. Now, what Dinesh has tried to classify is basic sciences courses and the engineering courses there. Now, as far as the basic science courses are concerned, they have been assignment, quiz, and the theoretical exam which have been used for this. And maybe they are using flipped classes or the presentation for evaluating the student. That's good. What we can say is we can't generalize that all the tools will be used for all the courses. There can be one or two tools which can be used for some of the courses there. So that's what we have to do. Okay, once I think of a curriculum, I have to think about what sort of courses to be included there. That is again your faculty comes into the picture. They are the one who will decide. Okay, in case I had to get this program outcomes, these are the courses, 20 courses through which I can attain this particular courses there. That means this mapping can be there. Okay, this PO will be mapped with this PO will be mapped with this will be mapped with this. So that means while I have to design a curriculum, I have to think about what are the 20 courses, 30 courses which I have to teach. I have to think about what sort of because now we talk about the new education policy also. Okay, where what we have got is we have to give them various options there to the students. Now that means my curriculum has to be flexible enough to give various options to the students. Yes, this is the way we can do some of this particular things there. Okay, you think of a curriculum, your assessment and the evaluation. These are the major tools for attaining some of the program outcomes there. And what we have to do is once we think about curriculum, we think about how exactly what is the content of the curriculum, how exactly those contents are to be delivered, and how they are to be evaluated. So that's what this is what the moment you go for an accreditation, even your self-assessment report which you have to file, they also look for this sort of answers only. Okay, what sort of process has been used for developing the curriculum, and has it been followed? Let's see. You think, see, this is my process for design of the curriculum or development of the curriculum. Has it been followed? Then another question is the curriculum well balanced? What we mean by well balanced is, okay, let's see, in the earlier time, the moment it is used to be electrical engineering, everyone will force all the courses of the electrical engineering there without realizing, okay, in engineering, he needs some knowledge of the other branches also. He needs some basic sciences courses also. He needs some managerial courses also. He needs economics also. He needs finance also. Because it's not that he is to deal with only electrical engineering there. So that's what we try to find out. If curriculum is well balanced or not. Then is the syllabus at the degree level? Because in computer science or this is the biggest confusion. You have got a BCA program, you have got an MCA program, you have got an engineering program, you have got a master program. I try to teach operating system for all the courses, all the levels. Then is it not operating system or a deep database management system which I'm teaching to the students? The level of this particular student should be at that particular level only. They should be at the degree level, not that they should be at the what level there. So that's what we does it allow the NBA program outcome to be attained. Because I hope some of you know that those of you who have gone for the accreditation, a national board of accreditation, they have defined program outcome for various programs there. Let's say for engineering program, they have defined that. For a diploma also they are defined. For MBA also they defined. Okay, this is at a national level. They have defined generic. Okay, these are the outcome which my program should bring out. Curriculum is my flexibility, but yes, this is what has to be given to the students once they enter into the system. Maybe these days, even that curriculum also getting standardized. What NBA or what ACT is doing is they are coming out with the model curriculum there. Model, what a model curriculum says is a, let this be a curriculum where 25% should be sciences, 10% management, 10% humanities, 20% courses of other branches of engineering. Rest you can think about your core branches, core courses there. Then in the core also you have to think what sort of, because you can't teach everything to everyone. You try to find out what is the minimal core which you have got as far as the curriculum is concerned. Let's say there are 5 to 10 courses which can be the core. Rest you can give them the electives there. So maybe you can think about the science electives, you can think about the engineering electives also. Okay, I can think about, okay, in case student want have got more interest in the networking, let him go through this particular courses there. So this is what we try to have this particular attainment there. So this is what we say is the process for curriculum design. You start, you process, you question. In case all your question has been answered, you say my process is complete. If it's no, then again you go back. So this is what we say is the recursive process as far as the curriculum development is concerned. Now, my first question to every curriculum development is, okay, will be able to attain all the PUs under the curriculum. Let's say NBA or these people, they had defined this. Okay, there are 20, A to K, which we say is the program outcomes there. Now, once I have to think of designing a curriculum, I have to think of whether all those PUs has been attained. How, as I said earlier, how they will be attained. In case I define a course which meets the requirement of that particular PO. Let's say my PO is he should be able to solve the engineering problem. What sort of courses has to be taught to solve an engineering problem? I had to define that for that particular course there. So this is what we have to think about, whether we are able to under the curriculum there. Now, who are the ones who want to design a curriculum? Maybe you got your faculty. That's what we say. Okay, maybe this is where the curriculum design is varying as far as the institutes are concerned. Let's say if it is an affiliated institute, the university makes a curriculum. Maybe every affiliated institute doesn't get a chance to make the curriculum. So that's what we have to think about. What's our team? But in case it's an autonomous institute, maybe you're implementing the curriculum for your own group of students. Then you got a more flexibility. But or you are the autonomous institute where your university is only degree awarding. Rest of the things has to be done by the, what's the autonomous institute? They are the ones who make their own curricula, deliver it, but degree is awarded by the university only. That's one of the set of institute there. One, we have got a university, affiliated university, who makes a curriculum for all the affiliated colleges there. Other is a deemed university or a resident university, which makes curriculum for their own university only. And then we got third type of institute, we say autonomous institutes, which makes the curriculum, deliver the curriculum, evaluate them, but send the result to the university for awarding the degree over there. So for each one of them, as far as the team is concerned, is the same. Okay, if you need a core faculty team who will be developing this sort of a curriculum for you. Then another is who are the ones who, the moment somebody has gone through the curriculum, your output is your students, and they have to go to the industry. Industry says they are not fitting to my requirement. That means what I have to do is I go back to my earlier question. Process, is it complete? No. That means I have to consult the industry for the curriculum also. Then academics from the peer institutions. Okay, can I think about some peer institutions who can help me in designing the curriculum? Because I can't think of in isolation if the curriculum is to be made. I can think about, okay, yes, this is a team which can be there who can develop this sort of a curriculum for me. Then your students and alumni. Now, what are the students? Let's say the moment a student pass out, he knows these are the courses which is useful to him. These are no course that relevant to him. You can take a feedback from him and try to, maybe we say the exit survey from the student. That gives you a lot of information while designing the curriculum. Okay, whether those students who have gone through that curriculum are satisfied with that, or they want some changes in the content, changes in the course, or changes in the way this is delivered there. Or your alumni. How do you differentiate between students and alumni? Students are just getting passed out. Where alumni is who would have worked in a industry or organization for 3-4 years, then they realize, no, this particular thing should have been covered up by like this, so that now it is more useful for me as far as the industry is concerned. So these are some of the members who are there as the review committee team for this. Then you go to your academic bodies. Maybe I'll stop for 1 minute here. Can you tell me, in your case, what sort of academic bodies you have got who makes this sort of a curriculum there? All of you just type out what sort of a team you have got. Your academic bodies are there which approves a curriculum. Who approves a curriculum for you? Is it your department does it for you, or how exactly your curriculum gets approved? Some academic bodies which are there. This is what I want. Just type out what sort of bodies are there who approves their curriculum. Okay, Dinesh says there is a board of studies and the academic council which is there in their institute. They must be affiliate university only. What is the role of a board of studies? They are the ones who just approves whatever curriculum has been made by the core team there, and then academic council, they try to see in various curriculum in totality how exactly they are to be approved there. Then dean management says you have got some governing body who approves, but maybe can you just clarify dean management, CSB, what is the role of a governing body in your approving the curriculum? Then Himanshi says your PAC or a DC, these are the committee which are there. Ranjit says there is some academic council which are there. Yes, how about the others? Because I'm getting replies from very few number of students. I think you should be quick enough to reply. Academic bodies, what sort of academic bodies are there which are approving your curriculum? Because usually in a university setup, what they do is they create a department academic committee, then institutional academic committee, then senate is there, who and this is the bodies through which whole of your curriculum goes through. Maybe everyone has got their own system of making this sort of a bodies there who approves the curriculum. So then another thing, the curriculum committee needs to keep in view also the POs, program education objective, what sort of education objectives are there for this, and the resources which are available for PO. You can imagine you design a curriculum taking the contents from MIT, but the facilities or resources which are available for the MIT US are not available at your place. Then can you think about this sort of a curriculum there? Or in India also there is a lot of diversity there. There is a lot of heterogeneity there. Some places they have got all resources available. There are others it's not available. You have to think about curriculum in this way. Okay, what sort of resources are required? Because the moment I say this is the curriculum, I must define what is the resources which will require to implement this curriculum. Resources are your faculty and your labs. Okay, the moment I say, okay, this is a curriculum which is there, what sort of expertise I require in the faculty to teach that particular course is there? What sort of equipment I require for imparting the education are important for their. Let's say now we go for a structure of a curriculum of a typical engineering program. Let's say these are the broad outlines which are there. Okay, what we try to do is, okay, there will be some mathematics, physics, basic engineering sciences, humanities, and the communication courses which will be there. One component which will be there, which will contain mathematics course or mathematics courses. Then how many mathematics courses? Is it two mathematics courses, three mathematics courses, or one should be sufficient? This is what has to be defined. Then you have to think of communication. These days we talk a lot about the communication skills because this is one of the important skill which is required, which you see is the communication skill. We see the soft skill also. We say how good you are in English because these days in whole of the industry there is a lot of a discussion point. There are a lot of other things which has been done along with the teaching there. So you have to think about what sort of communication medium you require for taking up that. Then humanities are the courses where we cover up all your economics, psychology, or accounting there. And then next level of courses we got a core compulsory courses which are there. Okay, maybe in electrical engineering there will be some core courses which has to be taught there. Maybe you think of a core, that's what we say, the core compulsory electrical engineering course which has to be there. Then you think about the other electives. One is a core, then let's say I can't teach all the things which are there in electrical engineering to all the students. Because in that maybe 15-20 years back, core of courses of a particular branch used to be very limited. Electrical engineering, there will be 15 courses, and I'll teach all the 15. But now these days, the knowledge is vast. There is a lot of a diversification which is happening. So what I have to do, I have to think about what is the bare minimal core which has to be taught to every student. You think about 5 courses, you think about 10, 8 courses. Then on the top of this, you have to think about the various electives. What we mean by elective courses is, okay, you think about, okay, I taught him 4-5 core courses. There is you can say these are direction in which one can go. Can I think about elective for each one of them? That's what we say the basket approach. Okay, in case student wants to offer a particular basket, he can go off various electives from that particular basket only. Maybe in one basket there are 10 electives. The student can choose 5 out of those 10. And there can be 3 or 4 baskets which can be there. And obviously there can't be a very strict compartmentalization there. There may be some elective which can be there in one basket as well as in the other basket there. So like this, I had to think about while designing the curriculum, how exactly this basket approach can be there. Now, this is about the courses. Then next thing you have to think about the project, internship and assignment. These days, there is a lot of new education policy. There is a lot of emphasis upon this. Okay, what sort of project should be there? What should be internship which should be there? And what should sort of assignment should be there for the students there? So all these are nothing but project, internship, and assignment, which has to be there. Only then it completes the thing. Because if you look at AICT also, they have come with a lot of internship. They have got a portal there where all the internships are available. Off campus, on campus, internship available. One can choose about that. Because what has been realized is everything can't be taught in a classroom. You have to give him an environment where he can perform also. In case he does some project, in case he does some internship, Then there will be communication skill which comes over there. Let's say there are 5 students who work in a project. Maybe they got to know how exactly to work in a group. Then each one has got his own strength. Can I make a project based on the strength of each of the individual combined together to deliver something as a product there? Maybe somebody is good in communication, that will help him in improving his communication also. So all these project internship assignment are required for that particular aspect there. So this is what we say content of basic humanities, program specific courses. We say core, elective, then content delivery. How exactly it will be delivered? That has to be documented. Then lab work. What sort of lab work is there? What sort of project work is there? This is what we say process of development with documentation. You have to think about how exactly your content will be delivered over there. Maybe these days we say comprehensive way of delivering the course is there. Comprehensive laboratory work there. What how exactly laboratory is to be delivered? Maybe we think of our lab manuals there. Because obviously I in a programming I can't think of okay I define this 10 program and every time I do the same 10 program. No, I can't do it. I have to think about, let's say you programming, I say there is some assignment on the loops. Then teacher has got the flexibility. He can define his assignment as far as loops are concerned. But obviously I want he should have done something in the loop or some assignment on the pointers there. And then combining all this, can I think of a small project for the one course there? Because these days we think about a project. Can I give a project based on one course there, or give a project based on 3 courses there, or give a project based on the what knowledge he attained in 4 or 5 semesters there. So all this is nothing but the project work which has been defined there. So this particular process has to be documented and developed over there. Now, how exactly now important is comes is course content delivery. I had designed the curriculum. Everything has been defined over there. What sort of LTP, what sort of a course outcome will be there, as Dr. Meenakshi might have talked to you about the course outcome there. What sort of course outcomes are there? 3 or 4 lines. We say this is what is to be outcome which has to be there for the course. Now, then once I start delivering this particular course, what has to be delivered to the students? Maybe you think about class notes for the students. Most important part of this particular delivery is your course files, because NBA or every accreditation body these days they look for what sort of a course file is there as far as the student teachers are concerned. Earlier, the course file used to be there in the minds of the teacher. Now it has to be documented. Let's say I deliver it. First of all, I must structure my lectures. Let's say, how do I deliver? In case there are 42 lectures for a particular course, and these are content which have been defined, I must define in which of the first lecture what I'm going to do, in second lecture what I'm going to do, third lecture what I'm going to do. So all the 42 lectures I have to define. This is how I will deliver. Then what sort of content I will deliver, what sort of textbooks will be used for this. All these are part of your content delivery, which has to be documented, which we call as a course file there. Then what sort of textbooks to be used, any demo during the lectures, attending lectures. Then let's say teacher prepare everything, student doesn't come. What I had to do, I had to give some weightage for the attending the classes also. Because in case I say, okay, will self-study he will pass, then why should I organize the classes there? This is the most important component which are there. How exactly content delivery are to be there in this. Okay, maybe most of you must be making your code file there. So can you tell me, okay, maybe you write your on your chat windows, what sort of a structure you got here for your course files there? Yes, maybe some of you, either you can talk or you can tell me what sort of things your contents you got in your course files there. Maybe Aditya Dubey is there. He can tell us what exactly is there in the course files. Or Ajay is there. Ajay Bansal is there. Akshay is there. Be any of you who are there, unmute yourself. Tell me what sort of content are there as far as course files are concerned. Anurag, you want to say something?
Sir, can I elaborate like what can be into the course
Yeah,
files?
yeah. Both the modes are fine. You can elaborate what sort of things are there in your
Like
course file,
like the vision and mission of the department.
right?
Then it can be the list of the students. Then the lesson plan or session plans.
Right.
Then maybe sample assignment. That assignments it samples. Mid
Hmm.
semester examination it samples. Then test and samples and solutions. Quizzes it samples and solutions.
Right.
Best and worst MSCs, mid-semester examinations, copies. So I suppose these all things,
Yeah, that's good, Anurag.
syllabus and then mappings of CO and PO statements and
Yes,
evaluation mechanism, everything.
how exactly this has been evaluated,
Yes.
because these are the some of the things which has to be there. What Anurag has said is what is required. Maybe I could see now. I could see so many messages also were coming. Okay, if now everyone is agreeing because earlier course files never was a part of the things there. Now everyone says yes, lecture plan has to be there. This is what Anurag was saying. This is what Shweta is also saying. Okay, you have to think about your lecture plan. How many lectures? In case LTP is 42 lecture, in each of the 42 lecture, what exactly are the things which I'm going to deliver over there? And then your lecture notes. Okay, what are the contents you're going to teach there? Because how these files are useful is, let's say I taught this particular course this semester. Next semester somebody else teaches this course. Maybe this become a base on based on which your course file keep on getting progressively improved there. So good. Maybe somebody said then just Kira says PO, CO assignment plan and a lecture plan. These are important things. Then yes, Dean management says maybe a name is not there. List of a slow learner. Yes, during your teaching, you have to find out who are the ones who are following very quickly and who needs help. All this thing is required. So what we do is we try to find out who are the slow learners, who are the fast learners, and I had to deliver my content based on that only. Then somebody says what's the best assignment, average and the poor, because this is what we say. Okay, once we go for the NP visits also, we ask them what are the good projects which has been done by the student, what are the average projects which has been done by the student, what is the post project which has been done by the students. Then we try to see whether the evaluation is also according to that only. In case somebody says this was my good project, but in evaluation it so shows he's got a 50% only, that means there is some deviation there while evaluating the thing. Or I have said okay, this is my poor project, but I have given them 80%. That means there is something wrong with my evaluation also. So these are the some of the things which have to be seen at the time of this particular course file there. So that's what now we are really discuss a lot about this course file there. Okay, these are the evidence for the direct evaluation as far as the students are concerned. Now, I can't say more than this. This is one of the things which a faculty member has to do. Okay, they have to give a detailed and well-maintained course file. I can't overstate it, but yes, this is the prime responsibility of the faculty. That the course file has to be prepared as far as the curriculum delivery is concerned. Maybe this is what Dr. Meenakshi might have talked to you about the program outcomes, curriculum, teaching, learning as a course outcome there. Maybe I'm not going to detail of this. Yeah, this is some sample survey syllabi which is there. How exactly each of the PO is mapping, some of the POs are mapping with some of the contents there. Okay, knowledge of mathematics, PO1 is being matched. A PO1 is mapped, PO5 is being mapped. So this course outcome is PO1, PO2, and the PO5 are being mapped over there. And this is what we say. This is the course books and other thing which we require as far as this course is concerned. These are some of the sample COs which are there, course outcome were there. Digital electronics course. In case I'm teaching key maps there, student will be able to simplify Boolean expression there. In case I'm teaching interface of a different logic families there, student acquire ability to design digital system by selecting different families in view of the power record. These are some of the course outcome. Maybe Dr. Meenakshi has talked to you about the course outcome. These are some of the examples of the course outcome there. Now, then another thing which is there, is it a good practice to embed course outcome in the syllabi? There is a lot of debate which goes on there. Is it course outcome has to be part of the curriculum there? Yes, this has to be part of the curriculum only. Because what happens is, let's say there are people who will design a curriculum and they will think of, okay, this is what is to be taught to students there. Once course outcome you have defined, it has to be integrated into your core curriculum there. Because program outcome, course outcome has to be there as far as the syllabi is concerned. This is the most important component which is there. We already talked about this course of study bulletin. Now, once we go for the accreditation purposes, you make your self-assessment report. Things which we try to find out is process for development of the curriculum. Curriculum is well balanced, it's a degree level, and whether it has been attained there or not. This is what I thought I'll discuss with you. Now maybe I can sum up. What we had discussed is what exactly is the curriculum, how exactly I generate a curriculum, that is through the program outcomes there. What's our program outcome there? That gives me idea. These are the courses which has been taught to students there. Now, once I define these courses, now next thing I have to do is I had to think of what are the courses which are there and what is the logical ordering of the courses there. Let's say one thing can be there. All the mathematics courses I teach in the first semester only. Will it work? You'll say no. Why? Because there has to be some logical ordering as far as the courses are concerned. I can't think of a random way of putting all the courses at the same place itself. Then once I have done this particular part, then next part is how exactly this course is to be imparted. There your course files comes into the picture. I had to think about course files for each of the course while this course is being delivered over there or imparted over there. Then next I think of the evaluation of the course. You had told me so many tools through which you can evaluate the course. So this is in nutshell what we say the curriculum development and implementation. Development is you make the content, what exactly in your opinion are the course content which will be taught. It has to be approved by your various committees. Then you think about how exactly it has to be implemented. Implemented is how exactly it will be delivered and how exactly it will be evaluated over there in the whole scenario there. Yes, some of the, in case you got some doubt, some question, you can unmute yourself, you will speak, or you can just type it on your chat window there.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Sonam.
Yeah, so actually, I have a query regarding the slow learner. So I just want to know about. Can you put some light how we can calculate the slow learners? I mean, usually we calculate the slow learner on the basis of the first year performance. So can we calculate it on the, because like I am a professor in the physics, so I teach physics in the first year students only, and we have we are the mentors of the first year students. So when they just go to the second year or third year, so how can we judge their performance? Because I teach only physics. So just can you give me some guidance, so how to calculate the slow learner performance after that?
Actually, Sonam, it's a two process there. One is after completion of the semester, you think of what were the slow learner in your whole semester there,
Yeah.
based on their performance.
Yeah.
Yes, let's say we can say CGPA, we can say percentages there. I
Yeah.
can define my own strategy. Okay, those students who scored below 60%, they are slow learners.
Yeah.
Let me give some additional content to that. That
Yeah.
is one strategy which is there.
Hmm.
Another is while I'm teaching,
Hmm.
let's say I'm teaching a physics course,
Yeah.
I realize because this is what I can do with the continuous evaluation there. Okay,
Hmm.
in case I have given them the one quiz,
Hmm.
in case I realize there are 60% of students who couldn't score more than 20, 30% marks.
Hmm.
That means the topics up to this particular time which I
Hmm.
have taught are not that well taught to
Hmm.
all the students. I can think about repeating some of the things there for the students there. Maybe that will answer your physics thing. In case
Hmm.
you're teaching physics, you should be able to find out while you're teaching there who
Hmm.
are the ones who are not picking up the things through your
Hmm.
the process of a continuous evolution there. Maybe you give them the assignment,
Hmm.
you give them some practicals.
Hmm.
You realize they have not done it.
Hmm. Hmm.
That means you can classify them there itself. कि they are in one or two quiz, one or two assignments. कि they are the ones who needs more attention as compared to the other students there, and address this issue by giving them some additional lectures or
Hmm.
some beyond the course there. Right.
Sir, actually, the slow learner. So I am just confused. Can we consider the slow learners subject-wise or overall slow learners? I mean,
One is we take it as an overall,
hmm,
where we take it as this the weightage of the whole semester
yeah,
to decide whether he's a slow learner or a fast learner. That
hmm,
is based on his performance in the whole of the year, whole
yeah,
of the semester there.
hmm,
Let's say, in case if his CGPA for a semester is 4.5 or a 5.5, that
hmm,
means I can treat all the students who are below 5.5 as slow learner there.
okay,
That means from the next year onward, they will be taken care, they will be given more emphasis in the new courses there. This is one
okay,
sort of approach which is there. Other approach is while I'm evaluating my students while teaching in
hmm.
a quiz or assignment or some other thing, there also I can find out whether he's a slow learner in that particular course only. These are two strategies which are
But like I am only teaching a physics course, one course to them.
there. Right?
And do I need to consider them the slow learner if I have to consider them for the overall? So how can I just consider them a slow learner on the basis of only the overall CGPA? Because I don't know how they are performing in the other courses. In my course, I can judge them. But in other courses, how can I get that? Whether they are actually slow learners or no in the other courses also.
So that's what I'm saying. These are two approaches which are there. One approach is I'm teaching physics. I know he is not understanding the concept of the physics. I can find a solution there and then only.
Mm-hmm.
That can be one approach.
Yeah.
Other
Yeah.
approach is let him go through the semester.
Mm-hmm.
In case in all the three or because once I say CGPA is a
Okay.
combination of three or four courses or four
Yes.
semester courses,
Yes.
which will give him the CGPA.
Yeah.
If his CGPA is low, that means he would have performed really bad in all the courses.
Mm-hmm.
He is a slow learner. That means he is compared to other students. He is
Mm-hmm.
not coming up well in all the courses there. In the next semester, all the courses has to be taken care by that. That's the strategy.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Dr. Sonam. Thank you. Anyone else who's got some doubts, they can just put it on the chat window. A Then Dr. Das Gupta says, how can we assess whether a slow learner is improving, attaining outcome better if you police less a loop needed to? Because what we do is, in case based on the semester examination, you are defined some of them as slow learner. So in that case, let's say in case of a normal student, in case I'm teaching a content in the 3 hours, to those students, maybe I'll devote another 1 hour to find out their difficulties and cover up the content which they couldn't get into the class there. This is what we say the looping. You keep on instead of give them the additional 1 hour, try to find out the difficulties and then improve upon that. Okay, this is what you say is ethically attributes. No, it's not ethical Because professionally also we have to handle this sort of things there. You're very right in saying if you pointed out to some student, you're a slow learner, he may get depressed. But in your own good terms, you have to tell him you need some this sort of additional effort over there that will help out. Maybe Dr. Devinder says how to do COPO and PSO mapping. Maybe in some of the other sessions, this sort of a detailing will be done there. Das Gupta, how can you document case studies? Because case studies are to be given by the students only. You give them the case study problem there, and they have to make a case study out of it and give you a solution over there. That has to be put up as a part of your documentation. Thank you very much.